to set us off so that we are also very clear and we understand, the nexus between Ubuntu and our personal lives and the inspiration that comes through. So at this time, I'm honored and privileged to hand over to Professor John Volmink. Over to you, Prof.
Thank you very much, Moses. And I'm sitting in Cape Town, so I'm not too sure. I realize that we are working in many time zones across many continents. So I'm not sure how to say good afternoon, good morning. So I will just say Sawubona, which means I see you, I salute you, I acknowledge you in Zulu. I just wanted to say it's a tremendous honor, really, and I'm not going to speak very long, but just to look at the sea of faces across the screen of wonderful young people across the world, all eager to embrace this vision of Ubuntu. And it's very humbling for me to see this and to know that these are the very people that are going to make this world a better place. So thank you for walking with us. We have come a long way. We have come to the fourth theme on the journey that we've undertaken as Ubuntu United Nations Leaders Academy. So having considered, as has been said, the other themes, one being leading like Mandela, the other one, that was October 24th, then building bridges, November 7th, and then the last time was overcoming obstacles. I found that a particularly powerful session. And that was on November 21st. And now today, we focus on Ubuntu lives. So building on the Ubuntu pillars of self-knowledge and self-confidence, we today will hear about ways in which we can become aware that each of us have a story and that it is important to own that story. I'm writing my own story, my own life story, and it's called One Act of Kindness. And you will see how that links back to the whole issue of Ubuntu. Somebody walked into my life, and with one act of kindness, changed my life completely. But I do not have time today to talk about it. What is important is to recognize that our story makes us unique, but also through reflection and personal storytelling, we come to understand that in the spirit of Ubuntu, we can inspire others and bring a message of hope and strength to our respective communities. And every time I tell my own story, not today, I can see that people grapple with it and many people talk to me about it. And it's a responsibility, my own responsibility, to share it with my own community and the broader global community. Now, I just want to also say that it's important that we inspire, but also bring a message of hope and strength to our communities. And the promotion of human rights, which is our sub-theme today, and of human dignity, is critically important in a world that is defined by widespread disregard for human rights and selfishness. We firmly believe that young leaders sharing a commitment to an Ubuntu ethic, an ethic of care, of bridge building, of servant leadership will make a huge difference, a huge impact, working together, and they will make this a better world. We mentioned last time, when we were together, I mentioned that the digital revolution has created an amazing opportunity for the current generation to interact with each other and have dialogue on a global scale, as we can see today. We have people from all four corners of the earth. Now, by sharing with others how we dealt with obstacles, and I'm always interested to listen to that, and how we build resilience and courage. We inspire others through examples as leaders. I will never forget, I was sitting in the United States. I lived there for 10 years. And on February the 11th, 1990, I sat there and I saw Nelson Mandela walk out of prison. And I heard him speak. And I heard him say the same words that he said when he went into prison. And although I was at the time filled with resentment and bitterness, I told myself, if he can, as my leader, I will try. He inspired me to try. So always by sharing with others how we dealt with obstacles, we inspire others. An Ubuntu life, what is that? An Ubuntu life is one that is underpinned by sincerity and underpinned by truthfulness, underpinned by compassion, by empathy, and most of all, a deep respect for others. Very important to have a deep respect for others. We cannot expect others to exhibit these attributes if we can't show it ourselves. We have to demonstrate them. We have to be the change we want to see. So an Ubuntu life aims to bring about change through a process of openness and transparency, that is true, but also in a belief in community involvement. So an Ubuntu life is not a selfish life. It's based on teamwork within a collaborative environment that fosters solidarity. So working together towards the same goal and the good of the community always shines through in an Ubuntu life, always shines through in an Ubuntu life. So people learn from one another and everyone grows from that experience. And Ubuntu promotes the empowerment of others through mentoring and building relationships. And just by talking about your own story, whether you intend it or not, you're mentoring somebody. Challenges people, you can challenge people through mentioning and building relationships. And you can challenge people when you explain how to search for opportunities and create innovation, not only for the individual, but for everyone. So as I close, I just want to say this. Survival. The world is very focused on survival. And survival is central to the Ubuntu. And it presupposes the sharing of resources based on mutual concern for existence. None of us are safe unless all of us are safe. And so survival depends on working together. Secondly, solidarity entails valuing collective thinking according to a community-based understanding of self. We find each other in community always. And so I mentioned this before, John Maxwell makes the point that a lot of people believe that they are successful because they have everything they want. But there's a difference, says Maxwell, between success and significance. There's a difference between success and significance. When we speak about success, we speak about how we have added value to ourselves. However, Maxwell believes that significance comes when you add value not only to yourself, but also to others. Then you are significant. He argues that we can't have true success without significance. So success is a journey, but some people stop before they add value to, well, they stop at the point when they only have added value to themselves. But you miss the reward of significance if you don't understand that you also need to add value not only to yourself, but also to others. So as we listen today to the stories of Ubuntu lives, we will learn how Ubuntu life stories are expressions of generosity of spirit and a concern for others, on compassion for the dilemmas that others face, and a willingness to sacrifice one's own self-interest to help others. So I close with the words of Nelson Mandela, and it's a challenge to me, and I hope it also will serve as a challenge to you. And I quote Nelson Mandela, "When the history of our time is written, will we be remembered as the generation that turned its back on a time of global crisis, or as a generation that did the right thing?" Thank you very much and have a wonderful day today.